Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Lacey and this is Living with Lacey. For everyone else, thank you for stopping by and supporting this channel. So guys, it is almost 2026 and I know a lot of us are really putting a lot of thought into what's going to be our lineup for 2026. And so I've been thinking about that myself and I'm almost there. But I also thought about a group of people who have never planned before and they just don't know where to start. And so the other night I was at a together that was put on by a friend of mine, and there were so many people with so many questions. They just didn't know where to start. And so today I'm going to put a planner together from the start to the finish. We'll talk more as we go about size and purpose. I do believe that those things are very important to you. And in another video, I'll show you a couple of different sizes that are options for you. But I just want to, once you order everything, that's where we are. You see what you want, you order everything, and sometimes you just don't know what order to place it in, or you don't know if you need a monthly or if you need a weekly or if you are a daily girl. And so today I'm just going to put this planner together. I have printed out everything that I needed. And so this is going to be it's not going to be that thick business planner, but I'm just going to show you how I put it together and just my thought process. So whether you are new to planning or whether you are an OG to planning, I hope that this video inspires you and you get something out of it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so I took this whole planner apart and really thought about what I wanted my business planner to look like. I am still using cloth and papers. This is their vegan cactus cover and I love this, so I'm still using it. And so this is a disc bound planner. There are rings, there are strings, and there are discs. And so I am a disc girl. I've tried to use the rings before and I'm just not as successful, but you might see a ring this year in the lineup. And so these are 2-inch discs from Levenger in the color of copper. So I hope you all are doing well, and I've been watching a lot on Instagram and YouTube, and people are already sharing their 2026 lineup, and I'm like, I'm so proud of y'all. I am still thinking through it. I'm thinking that when it comes to my planning this year, I'm really thinking of just simplicity. I've had 11 planners before. Yes, guys, working all at the same time. 11 planners, and I don't need that anymore. I'm retired from my job, but I do have my own business, and I don't know. Life is just simple right now. And so I want to make sure that my planning reflects the life that I'm living currently. And so that's great information for you to have. When you're selecting a planner, think about where you are in your journey in your life, and you have to decide, if you got a lot of things going on, you might need a large planner that's like a classic size, or you might need this half letter. But also, if you like small things, there's also some smaller planners too. So you're going to find a planner that actually suits where you are right now. You're going to see a lot of things on Instagram, guys, a lot of planners on YouTube as well, and it can get overwhelming. It can get overwhelming when you see so many different planners out there. And so, yeah. All right. So my first step for planning is always to think about after I think about the size that I want and the purpose for the planner. So the size is half letter. The purpose of this planner is for work. Next, I think about what sections do I want in my planner? What sections do I want? So I got these from Gracie Edits. I had these created, and it has inbox and then calendar. CDC stands for Crafted Designs Code. LWL is Living with Lacey. Research, and then consultations. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, and what I love about the disc planner, so those of you who are new, look, you just snap them on the disc. Okay, y'all, the other night when I was at the planner meetup, And I did this. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I placed some paper on the disc for a young lady, and then I told her, I said, well, what I love about the disc is, you know, if you don't feel comfortable writing or you're a lefty, you can just, you know, take it out and move the planner back. You should have seen her face. Oh my God, her face. She's like, what? What? I was like, yeah, yeah. You know, and I know you ring girls, y'all cut slits sometimes in yours so that you can do the same thing. But she was just amazed by this. And so the reason why I went with 2-inch disc, because I want this planner to be able to grow throughout the year. So if you don't have a lot that you want in there, maybe go with a 1.25. And so that should leave you ample space. All right, so once again, we have inbox, we have calendar, Crafted Designs Code, Living with Lacey, research, and consultations. You might want to have something different. Like you might not want an inbox, and we'll talk about what that is later, but you can have yours to say whatever you want. So if you want finances, and if you want it to be for work or school, you can get these customized just for you. I will leave the link below in the description box about how to get these. I think all of them cost me around $41. But let me just tell you this. So just in case you're like, oh, that's steep, $41. I have had these 3 years. And this is my 3rd year with these. And they are still amazing. Like they don't, you don't have smudges on here or fingerprints or does something strange. But yeah, there we go. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I've printed out all of these inserts. I'm trying to, let me separate some things. Oh, I got another one too, guys. Here's another one, products. So let me see, CDC, Living with Lacey. Research, I'm gonna do products right here. All right, so next, I want to add my inserts that go in these areas. Now let's go ahead and start with the front of my planner. I think I'm going to go with, this is 2026, season 2026. So 2026 behind it, just to start off the new year with this. And I have to be careful talking to y'all because, see, I'm a dashboard girl, and all of a sudden you'll be like, she's ran the dashboards. Yes, I'm trying to move all my dashboards over to the side because I want to do dashboards last. Okay. All right. So we have 2026. I'll put that in the front. Okay, now where it says inbox, I have an actual inbox. So some of you have inboxes in your planner and you don't use it, right? Let's talk a little bit about what an inbox is, or basically how I use my inbox. My inbox is I usually keep a few sticky notes here. When I am on a phone call or I want to have something that I need to remember and I don't have time to just throw it in my planner, what I usually do is just come and write it in my inbox. That's what it is. It's going in, and then when I get a chance, I'll take that sticky note and I'll go place the date, or I'll go place the event, or whatever it is in my planner where it goes. And so that's what I use my inbox for. If I have an appointment coming up, I can write down, I keep sticky notes that might say appointments. I'll write the appointment down, and then later on I'll go add that to my calendar. So really it's just like a holding space for me. And that's how I use my inbox. Okay, next we have calendar. I usually keep And I'm going to see how thick this is going to be. I usually keep 3 months in my calendar at a time. I'm going to I'm going to try to keep all of the months in here this year because I have different things that are coming up. I want to be able to plan out. Like even for Crafted Designs Co., I can plan out what the theme is for various months. And then when I run across something, I can put it in there or place it in here. Y'all, I cannot find my December. I'm pretty sure all the planner supplies I have, it's in there, and I'll find it. Okay. All right, that's good. Let me see where we are now. All right, so now we have all of our dividers here. See that? Except for December. I will find it. It's somewhere. All right, next, I am going to add in. So these are the dividers that say January, but I love having a monthly cover sheet. So these are monthly cover sheets that just have January, has 01 on it. It's got a giant J or F on there, and then Crafted Designs Co. So I'm going to place this behind so I can have a monthly cover sheet. And y'all, I'm doing this as I go. I will switch up my planner. I'll figure it out. Like I want it to look like this. I know this planner is going to be pretty chunky, but I'll switch up some things. And you have to be able to switch things up to see what works for you. And I know it's very overwhelming. It could be overwhelming for me too when I'm trying to create or I'm trying to figure out some things, and you just see so many different ways of planning this. I don't think there's a wrong way of planning. I don't think so. I think the only thing wrong is if we don't plan. And planning involves intentionality. You have to be intentional with your planning. I told the ladies that came to the meetup, I was telling them that, you can go spend hundreds of dollars. Those of you who plan, you know that this can be a nice, expensive hobby, but you can go spend hundreds of dollars and have a beautiful planner. But if you don't use it, I mean, that's just wasted money, just wasted. So planners are meant to be used, but you have to be intentional. So I would suggest setting aside time during your day or during the evening time and set a timer for 15 minutes to go through your planner, go through your inbox, update your calendars, update your weekly. Okay. Y'all, we're rolling good. All right, next. Now we have our monthly cover sheets. We have our dividers, our monthly cover sheet. Next, I'm going to add, still working in the calendar section. Next, I'm going to add 2026 monthly agenda. And this is, let me see if this is the one I want to use. Make sure. Let me make sure, because I have 2 monthlies and I had one. Okay, I'm not going to use these. But we do have 2 monthlies let's see, let me show them to you at least. 2 monthlies. This one just has March, and then there's lots of space for you to write. All right, the one I wanted to use is the monthly with notes. But when you open it up, it's got a year at a glance on it, and then it has 01 or 02, whatever the month is, and this is the layout. So it has a place where you can write notes, but then also you can look at the month, the previous month, and the month coming up. So I think I want to use these. Oh man, y'all, when I look at these, I like both of these. I like both. You know what? No. I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to save them for one of you. Put this back. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this monthly agenda. I think so. Because I really like this part right here that I used to write down like goals and write down some things. All right. But just so you know, both of them does come with a grid on the back of each month, and each month is separate. So here's January. I'm going to take the monthly, this cover sheet. I'm going to add this cover sheet to the front where it says calendar. Oh, y'all, this is so exciting. I don't know what it is about the new year, wondering what the new year's going to bring, but the new year, setting up a new planner, it's just exciting to me. I love it. And we have more planners to set up. We have planners and journals. I'm going to bring you along with all of it. Now I'm going to tell you, you can choose to do this a couple of different ways. Some people like their monthly separated from everything else. I like to have if I can, I like to have my monthly and my weekly and my dailies in this one all together. In my HP Mini, I have a section for monthly, I have a section for weekly, and I have a section for daily. But in this planner, I'm going to keep everything all together. So that's choices that you can make. You have to decide. And December. Okay. All right. We also have, now I'm just going to start grabbing all this stuff. All right. So I'm not going to use the one with the notes. I do like it though. I really do like it. But I might use it for something else. So I'm going to move that over there. All right. Next, I'm going to go to my Living with Lacey section. And in this section, I'm going to use a monthly overview. This is what the monthly overview looks like right here. So you have your month, little overview. I like to use tiny icons here. So I'm going to use this for filming, like my filming calendar. And I'll just put like a little icon, YouTube icon or Instagram icon, or I have a collaboration with someone. And then it has important dates down here and tasks that I need to do. So this will be everything for Living with Lacey. And then on the back, there is grid for notes. I try to put notes on the back of everything, to be honest. Because sometimes I just need it right there and not have to go to a note section. And I will have places where I can put notes, but sometimes, like for this month, I just want to write down things or goals that I need to do for this month. And I like to write it right here and not have to go someplace else. Go November and December. So that is going to be Living with Lacey. We'll use monthly overview. All right, what else do we have? All right, next we're going back to the front. This is the quarterly overview for 2026. So I'm going to go all the way back up to the front. Let's see. Goes with something else. I'm going to place that right here. Okay. Now, before that, and I know this is a dashboard, but I'm going to go ahead and use it while I'm here. I'm also going to place a year at a glance in the front. And so I have two. I have a plain one, and then there's one that kind of has a silhouette of a window. So it's our decorative dashboard. I have to decide which one do I want. I think I'm going to go with the one that looks like a window. And I'll put this one back over to the side, save this for someone else. Okay, next I'm going to place in here the vertical yearly overview. Now, I use this almost like an inbox. I use it as a perpetual calendar, meaning if somebody is talking to me and they're like, girl, can you go out to eat on, April 4th? I'm going to go over here on April 4th and I'm going to write it down. I'm going out to eat with my friend on April 4th. And then when I'm working on my monthly, I can pull this information and put it on my monthly. So I use this as a perpetual calendar. You can also use this as a tracker as well. If there's something that you're trying to track, you can use it for that as well and highlight every time you do it. But it also has quarters on here as well. Okay. All right. Let's do next. Okay. Now let's get into my weeklies, which I'm going to I'm not going to have a weekly section. I'm just going to place it behind the month. So remember I talked about how in my HP Mini, I have a monthly section, a weekly section, and a daily section. I'm not going to do that with this planner. Okay, so I have two weeklies that I want to put in here. I always keep more than one insert in my planner because if my week is, let's just say I don't have a lot of things to do, then I might not want to use a weekly that's really involved. If I don't have a lot of things to do that week, I might want to use something that's just a list. I just need to make a list. So this is our weekly agenda. It's undated. Although Black Friday, there will be a dated option, but it's undated. This you can use for list as well. So I like to sometimes, and I'll put a picture up here, like I'll highlight it or I'll use a sticker to highlight, and this might be to-dos, crafted designs code, living with Lacey, personal, and then I'll just make a running list of things I need to do. And then here, this is time blocking, but as you can see, it's so light that you can also use it for a running list, or you can use it for journaling for the day or journaling for the week. This is open. I didn't want to put the times there for you because everyone has different times. And so up here is still a task list. And then down here, I use it for notes. You might want to use it for meal planning down here. So this is when my week is really involved, right? Now, this is also our new inserts coming out Black Friday. It's not on the website yet. It's called the Essentials. This is basically list and priorities. That's it. because there are some days that's all we need to do. We need our top 3 that we need to get done, and then we have some other things that we can get done. The next day we can add those things on there. And the way I like to plan, like I just said, I'll write down the top 3 things I need to do, and then I'll write down a list of things that need to get done. Whatever does not get done, then some of these things become my priority for the next day, because I have to see, like, some of these things really need to get done. And then I'll make a list for that day and I'll keep doing that. Now, the way I designed these, some people have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went ahead and just designed it where on this one page, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend is together, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then you have 3 top priorities right here. And then this is a little space for notes. And then I added a tracker right here. Yeah, so I'm going to place both of these inside of my planner because, yeah, because I'm probably going to need both of them. So the weekly agenda, the way this is set up is that you have one page where you can, like I said, put sticky note here. If you want to put a little journaling card on here. Sometimes I like to just place a little journaling card. You can write things that need to get done for the week. You can write quotes, whatever you want to. But this weekly is separated. So this is the weekly. If you want to, when you finish, you want to take it out and trash it or archive it, you can. And so then you start over with a new weekly. So I do like that about this. So I'm going to put just a few here, and then I'm going to add a few to the other month. All right, next I have these 2026 line a day. And these were created for gratitude, but I'm realizing you can use these for anything, right? So you can use it for memory keeping if you want to just write down a memory for the day that you want to keep. If you have a baby and you want to write down, something cool your baby did today, like, she walked for the first time, you can write that down here. You can use it to keep track your spending if you want to. I just think this can be used for so many things, but it is a line a day. So if you want to write down things that you are grateful for, then you can write that down. Or, if you need to call someone, I don't know. I just think you need to tailor it. This is one of the inserts that you can tailor to work for you. So I'm also going to place, let me see where I want it though. I think I'm going to place it after each monthly. Thought about doing before. Let me look. No, because I like the way that looks. I could put it in front. No, I'm going to do it after each monthly. And also, don't get tired, but there's also grid on the back. Last year when I created these, I did not put a grid on the back, and someone purchased it for next year, and they said they appreciated the grid being on the back. Just gives you so many space, more space to think, more space to write. And as you start planning, your planning will evolve, and how you use these inserts, they will evolve as well. You'll start using them, and then all of a sudden you have an idea like, oh, next month I'm going to use it for this. And that's how it works, because planning needs to work for you. We can watch as many videos as we want to, and I probably have said this already, so I'm sounding like I'm preaching to the choir, but we can watch as many videos as we want to, watch everyone else's ideas, but until you start using it and developing your own ideas, then, we'll find ourselves in a place where we feel stuck. Or we'll blame it on the planner and say, this planner is not working for me. No, sis or bro. We do have some fellas watching. Okay, these are the main things that I need for my calendar. I'm not doing a daily in here. I'm actually using, which we will decorate this together. I'm actually using a Sterling Ink B6 for my daily for business. And I have a page a day because when I'm packing orders, sometimes I need to order something and I just need to write it down. Sometimes an idea comes up in my head and I can just write it down. So I'm using the B6 daily for business, but this will be all for weekly, just planning for the week. But we're going to do some decorating and some exploring and considering how we're going to use this in another video. All right, that all looks good, right? Love that. Okay, 2026. This. All right, so now we have some other sections, and I have some other things that I'm going to add to the planner, and some of the things I'm going to add back into my planner. Okay, so under products, I use mostly notes. So this is a grid layout with notes. Oh my gosh, you can use this for anything, really anything. So we have grid. What do I have this under? It says products. Oh yeah, grid. And then we have notes right here. And then after notes, we have line. And I said I use this, and this goes under research. So I'm just going to take a few things, maybe 5 each. 2. Oh, you can buy these, you can purchase these separately, or you can purchase them as a bundle, and you'll get 5 of each one. If not, if you purchase them separately, you'll get 15, which will be 30 pages, but 15. All right, so I'm going to put this for research. I'll add a few notes here. I'm also going to add a few notes for consultations. Notes. All right, and then under consultations, I have these meeting notes. And what I think I'm going to do, so we have a meeting note, you have your topic, date, time, who's attending, there's some additional notes, action items, and then I'm going to have another notes page. Ooh, planner chunky. Okay, under research, add some lines. I like a chunky planner. And I'm gonna wind up having to take some things out of here. I know why too, because y'all know I have not gotten to my favorite things, dashboards. We're almost there though. Okay, we have those meeting notes. Putting this over here. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm definitely. So this is no dashboards in here. None. I could leave it like here with no dashboards, but why would I do something like that? Okay, under Crafted Designs Co. Let me see. I'm going to use our project sheets. And so it has a start date, a due date, description, ideas, notes, and then a to-do to get that done, and more notes. And when I printed these wrong, and I'm going to just use them for me, but they're front and back, like I showed you. So anytime I make a mistake, I get to keep the mistakes. But I will work these out for my good, though, for sure. Okay. All right. And then I think I'm going to add in the front, almost like a weekly checklist, but that would be for, where do I want this checklist? I could have a checklist, just a running checklist. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have an inbox sheet, an inbox insert. And so it has priority, later, project, delete, and complete. And then I'm going to add in a couple of checklists, just like running to-dos. But these will be specific. Okay? Put those over to the side. Okay. I have some things that I'm going to add in the planner, but I can always add that in later. So I have some notes that I've taken, podcasts I've watched, things like that. Okay, y'all, I do not have space. And this video is so long, but I know I do not have space for these dashboards. I don't. I'm wondering, should I just not put them in here? Okay, let me show them to you, and I can show you what I was thinking about using. I just printed out a few things. So this was one, black and white mood day, lingering. It's another one. This one wasn't for sale. Maybe I should just use one dashboard. This is trash. Just one. Oh, this is a new dashboard that is coming out for Black Friday. And I love it. For me, I don't know what people think when they look at this, but I've been camping, and when I'm sitting out there and I'm looking at the water, looking at the trees, I'm looking at the lake, I just get this sense of gratitude, like for life. And so that's why this was created. But this will be out Black Friday. So that will be really pretty. This is another one that's coming out Black Friday. Amour de Café, like the love of coffee. And there's also going to be some stickers to go with this too, some coffee stickers that will be new for Black Friday. I really wanted to use that. Okay, then let's see. I love keeping this one in here. How you do anything is how you do everything. This one is all about working or creating, cultivate or crafted life. Crafted refers to something that has been carefully and skillfully made. This was like one of my first dashboards that I made. I don't have space. I'm not going to be able to put all this in here. This one I love. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. And then behind inbox, I love having this balloon dashboard. And then I have a new one that I made, this plaid. It's almost like holiday season. I really wanted to have these. And then I have like a little graphic one. This will also be available Black Friday. And it's also on cardstock. I'm trying to decide if I like the cardstock or if I like the vellum. That's all. I think I like the vellum though. Y'all let me know in the comments, cardstock or vellum. All right, and this is another one coming out Black Friday. Is this not beautiful? Oh my gosh. I wanted this one to be right here in the front. Maybe I still can use just this one. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to put some words on it or just have this picture. Because I figured that that was so pretty. So pretty. That's gorgeous. I like looking at that. Now I'm sitting here. This is fun, y'all. This is what I do, but I'm not going to change. This is what I do. I'm sitting here like, oh, I should have kept my black disc on, but they were really too small. Like I need to get some 2-inch black disc for this. Okay. Y'all know what? I'm just going to make a decision. I'm not going to put any dashboards in here. I will save all the dashboards for my HP Mini, and I'm just going to, this is all about work. But work can be pretty too, right? Work can be pretty too, because I want to keep everything in here. Okay, also, I'm going to add, because this is going to be ready for January, these are cards, calendar cards. These are very simple. Y'all know our saying here at Crafted Designs Co. is simple, functional, and crafted with you in mind. So it's just simple. That's all. I will tell you they improved from last year. These are business card size. Listen. Yep, because I found someone to make them for me instead of me making them myself. I mean, I designed them, but I found someone to print them and cut them on cardstock. So really nice. Okay, so I'm going to take my business card, place my business card in here, and then just going to use a journaling card. I am not good doing these pockets on film. Don't ask me why. Just not. Okay. January fits in the pocket. We have Lacey. Woo! Y'all, we did it. We did it. We don't have a dashboard in here, but we did it. It's work. And I can always, and I know y'all are going to come back and say it too, Lacey, you can always take a few things out to add a couple of dashboards. But I think to start the year out, this will be great. And this planner, all I need to do is figure out what pen I'm going to use. And I do believe that this planner is finished and ready. Oh my gosh, we are done, y'all. That's my thought process. That's how I go through and put a planner together. That's how I do it. Now, for you, it might not be as long, for you to do it, but I really try to go through and think through, what everything should look like. And I'm still messing with these pockets because this is what I do. Okay. There you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really hope that you got something out of it. If you're new to planning, hopefully this, listening to my thought process, which can be crazy, but listening to my thought process can actually help you in knowing what you want in your planner or what you don't want in your planner. But for this business planner, I think I'm okay. I am missing, like I said, my dashboards. I love having dashboards in a planner. So if I get a chance, maybe I'll go through here and pull a couple of things out. Maybe I have a lot of notes in here. I don't know. I think this is going to work. But I think opening up, looking at 2026 for the beginning of the year would be great. All right. So thank you again. Let me know your favorite part, or let me know your thoughts on putting a planner together, from start to finish, or something that you got out of it, because that's what this video is for, to help you. All right. Thank you again. Don't forget, take charge of your life one plan at a time. See you on the next video.